I'm Ernesto Garcia, and thank you for tuning in to another edition of Get Going with GEPAR. Of course, I'm your Governmental Affairs, Communications, and Marketing Director for the Greater El Paso Association of Realtors. We'll be bringing up our guest here in just a few moments. As always, you can find us online, ElPasoTX.com. ElPasoTX.com. That's where we have our questions. Videos get posted. And of course, we got more great things coming up to keep you up to date, including our installation banquet that will be on the way and so much more. ElPasoTX.com. We're glad to welcome our special guest at this time, and we mean very special guest. And we're glad she made some time for us to be with us here today. We want to welcome Chelsea Buckholtz. She serves as Executive Director of the Texas Real Estate Commission, TREC, and the Commissioner of the Texas Appraiser Licensing and Certification Board. She is the first female in the agency's history to serve in that role. Prior to serving as Executive Director, Buckholtz served as TREC's General Counsel for a short time. So we're glad that she's able to join us, and let's get right into it. You're going to be here Thursday. I'll bring up the website location and where people can sign up, and we want all our members to make sure that they come on out. But let's get right to it. Our industry is seeing a lot of changes, and trying to keep up with them, it must be very tough because regulating these changes is not a simple task. So how do you regulate a changing industry?
Well, sure. At first, I'm delighted to be with y'all. I'm really looking forward to being in El Paso next week with you. But how do we regulate this changing industry? The purpose of TREC is to protect consumers in their real estate transactions. And we do that through educating and through licensing and through the enforcement of our rules and laws that all of our license holders must follow. TREC has 9 commissioners appointed by the governor, including 6 licensed real estate brokers like your own Scott Kessner. Plus, we have several advisory committees composed of types of license holders that we regulate. So these volunteers provide a wealth of information for us that help us stay nimble and aware of what's happening in the industry day to day. That information helps guide us to keep our education and our communication efforts and even our rules and our laws current within the realities of the day.
And of course, it is just that simple. The website we put up online right there, trec.tex.gov, gets you up to date. Why is it so important, though, to get feedback from our state realtors? And do you feel that TREC is getting enough, or is it working to get more and make sure that the process is easier?
So we can always use feedback from our license holders, many of whom are members of the realtor organization or a realtor organization. For instance, we received 123 public comments on the proposed form changes that will be presented at our next commission meeting here in Austin on November 7th, on Monday. The Texas Real Estate Broker Lawyer Committee made changes to some of their proposals because of the feedback from folks across the state who use these forms and are involved in the real estate transactions, on a daily basis. So we don't want to wait until we propose rules and laws, though, to hear feedback from our license holders. Anyone can attend or even stream our committee meetings or our commission meetings and provide comments on agenda items. They can apply to serve on committees or generally just reach out when any license holder encounters something that you think we need to think about, or that our advisory committees or that the commission needs to think about. We really appreciate the relationship we have with associations like the realtors. It's important to stay in touch so that we get a good sense from our license holders on what changes need to happen and not happen. But we love getting feedback from all license holders, including state realtors.
All right, if you need to go to our website, sign up, elpasotx.com. I'm putting it up on the screen right there, and you can easily put your name, information, and quickly get signed up. Limited seating is going to be, by the time we get to Thursday, folks, if you wait till then, it's going to be hard to get a seat, so make sure that you get signed up. It's real simple, elpasotx.com. You'll find the link, find everything there. And speaking of links and everything such, you folks also have a great page as well, Chelsea, and you want to tell us a little bit more about the resources people can find when they go on to the website, trec.tex.gov?
Absolutely. We have a new feature that I'm really excited about on our website. It's the disciplinary action button. So this button is on the top of each license holder's page. You can get to that page through a license holder lookup that's on the front page of our website. And by hitting that button, the disciplinary actions button, it pulls up any disciplinary history from the last 10 years, if it exists, for a license holder. So we think this is an important feature for consumers when vetting who they'd like to work with, which license holder they'd like to work with. The information has always been available on our website, but it's much easier to find through this button.
All right. So where's this button again? As I'm up here on the website, I can show it right there, and I think you can see it.
On that front page, you'll see a license holder lookup.
Okay.
And if you type in a license holder, then at the top of the next screen, at the license holder page, there will be a button for the disciplinary actions.
Okay. So it's just that simple, and it's right up there at the top. You can see it there. It even tells you becoming licensed, all the forms, everything you need, just right there. It's a great resource that you would think people need to see it, but sometimes you'd be surprised how technology works, and it's like with all the stuff coming at it. But just a simple visit, a few minutes, and really makes a difference, doesn't it?
Yes, it absolutely does. We also have some very helpful articles on our website that discuss the happenings of, for instance, our advisory committee. So if you can't attend the meetings where the work of the agency occurs, then those articles are a really good way to stay informed. There's also many self-service functions available on our website related to like the administration of your license. You can change your supervising broker, renew your license. We want license holders to be able to reach out to us, but we also want there to be tools just at the tip of your fingers when you need it.
Well, you're going to be here next week to give more of a breakdown, talk about some of those changes that are coming to our industry, plus take some questions. I know you're looking forward to hearing some great feedback from El Paso, but I got to ask, what are you looking forward to seeing the most in El Paso? I know it might be a short visit, but you still want to see something, don't you?
It is. It's a short visit. I have a young child, so I like to, travel only during the day, but the scenery of El Paso is very different than Austin. So I'm looking forward to seeing that. But more than anything, I'm looking forward to seeing the people who live here. And I always love being with license holders. With the pandemic for the last couple of years, those opportunities have been few and far between. So this is a great opportunity for me to meet the license holders of El Paso. And I look forward to being with you on Thursday the 10th.
All right, there's the website, trek.tex.gov. You go to our website, elpasotx.com. You can sign up and be ready to go. I wish I could meet you in person, Chelsea. I'll be out in town next week, but looking forward to seeing you next time. And next time I'll go to Austin because I like seeing the scenery there, okay? We like seeing the green and the trees on hopefully a little more rain around Austin. I'm sure.
Absolutely.
All right, well, thank you for joining us on this week's Get Going with GEPAR. And of course, find me online anytime, elpasotx.com. Any questions, email me at egarcia@gepar.org. We'll talk with you again on the next edition of Get Going with